And for me, what also annoys me is that people are not coming based on your medical knowledge. I would understand if they say that you talked about HIV or you talked about shingles and what you said was incorrect. What I don't get is that I do TikTok lives, people request, I never know what the next question is, but yet I am able to answer those questions. And I've had no other medical doctor on this platform ever stitch my video and say that this is a lie or this is not true. So honestly speaking, this trend, this thing, I have no idea where is it coming from. If it's about tea, because this thing started when I was speaking about the tea that we're going to release, a herbal tea.
Yeah, you told me
I don't
about
know if it's about a tea. I don't understand, like, is it that deep that I don't get it? And it seems as though the initial people who are behind this was fellow medical doctors. And it's as if I committed a crime when I was asked what is the mechanism of this tea. And I simply said that the tea is not out yet. Please send an email so we can send you the documentation. So it was as if I was wrong for responding in that manner. But also at the same time, does it make sense for me to explain something, a product that's not even out yet? So, yeah.
So you are a doctor, right?
I am.
Do you mind giving us your names?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, doc.
You have my WhatsApp.
Doctor,
I can give you that.
Hi. But why did you lie to me then, doc? We know now we are good people.
Mm-hmm. Hi, sorry, my network is acting up, yes?
Okay, doc. Thank you so much.
No, you guys can continue talking.
Okay, doc, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry for what you're going through. But for it to go away and for you not to feel the way you are feeling right now, would it not be proper for you to alleviate whatever you are going through? Just show them a picture of your degree, show them a picture of you on stage, and that's it. You move on. Mm-hmm. And this will blow over. Because now remember, people, it's trending because the vets has come through, Cambridge has come through, and HPCSA also has come through. So do you not want to do that for yourself?
But the thing is that they came through based on names that are not mine.
Then give names then.
Yeah, Mathew, the proof.
Hello.
You understand?
Kanyesa, before Dr. Mathew came through, what did I say about the names? And then you said to me, I'm still on yesterday's what? I did say what he's saying now. I did say it.
Well, you know what? With me, ne?
Can we allow him to respond?
No, I don't want to be in this deep, ne? Because I still feel that, you know what?
Can I request something? Can whoever asks the doc questions, can he answer and then the next person come through?
Oh, okay.
Do you want to answer questions, doctor? Do you want me to receive the people that have requested? Because I can see there was a lot. So if doctor is allowing to answer questions, whoever feels like they want to ask them questions, they can. But guys, it's a lot, you know. It's really a lot, doc.
Yeah, it is. It really
it's a lot.
At the same time, trust.
Maybe you don't understand, you know.
Dr. Lani, do you not want to do that? What I just what I just asked you now, for your own sake.
That's not an issue. For me, it was just a matter of, for me, I'm the type of person, like, it's a manner of approach, you understand? And for me, to be honest, because this, like, I've been down this road before, right? And it was just from a place of Abantu just undermining me. I took this matter quite lightly. I was like, it's just what it is. But then I started seeing that this is just becoming too much now, unnecessarily so, that it's affecting my mental health. I can't go to work. I can't do anything. And one thing about the, like, when I contacted the HPCSA in the morning to make them aware of this and all of that, it was just a matter of, oh, okay, no stress. Okay, yes, you were there. But yeah, we will wait and see. Like, yeah.
Going to release a statement confirming that you really are a doctor, your real names.
You know what, no, like, I haven't been really, what's this thing called? Like, going through social media. No media outlet, not even one of them, have said, let us reach out to Mathew, let us hear his side of the story. They ran with what Twitter was saying. And what frustrates me in reading things, it's that these people are using not even my real names. They are going to, today, I literally had to email HPCSA and tell them that, guys, this is my this is my TikTok handle, and this is my legal name, and this is my ID number, and this is everything. And what annoys me is that people are going to Bovets, they are going to Department of Health, they're going to these people with names that are not mine. I show a degree, people are still going to say that, well, it's fake. Well, he photocopied it. Well, you can get it online. So what is the point of entertaining such people? Like, what is the point? As long as the necessary authorities know who I am, I'm okay with that. I am absolutely okay with it. Like, at this particular point, I honestly no longer care what people say about me on social media. Like, whether I'm appearing on television, I don't give a shit anymore, because even those people are not even coming to me and asking me what's happening. Apparently, like, I now have a Facebook, I now have this, but I've always said that I only have TikTok. Like, it's honestly frustrating. I don't want to lie. It's honestly frustrating. And like,
So, Doc, do you know why everybody doesn't believe? It's because obviously the names you keep bringing forward, they can't confirm them. As case you're going, now, man, Doc, we've engaged a lot, so don't lie any further. I think that would complicate your situation. But I'm not judging. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying if you...
Now, we started talking about this a little bit earlier on, the issue of fake doctors. Well, fake doctors are back in the news, and this follows the exposure of social media personality Mathew Lani. The Gauteng Health has laid a criminal complaint against the young man. It says he claimed on social media to be working at Helen Joseph Hospital, but the problem is actually much bigger than the TikTok influencer. In the last 3 years, over 120 people were arrested for pretending to be registered doctors. The HPCSA found that most fake doctors operate in the private sector. But let's discuss this with SA Medical Association Chair, Dr. Mvuyisi Mzukwa. A very good morning to you, Dr. Mzukwa. So talk to us first about this. I mean, yes, they say that most of the quote-unquote fake doctors are found in the private sector. But according to what we've seen, Mathew Lani actually appeared on an X tweet by the Gauteng government, and they called him a medical intern. Apparently, there are some who say that they've seen him in the hallways of Helen Joseph, as well as Chris Hani Baragwanath's hospital. So where do you find the fake doctors? Private sector? Public sector? Everywhere? Who are they?
Good morning to you, Tammy, and to Gareth and to your listeners. this is a serious concern from the South African Medical Association. If we look at the, developments around the issue of bogus doctors. But like you said, these mostly were, I think our focus was in the private sector. HPCSA was focusing on that side of the world. But we have noted, like you said, we have noted that there are bogus doctors in the public sector as well. And at times they find themselves, acquiring higher positions, even in the system. So we do think that, the focus should not only be one-sided, it should be both the private sector and the public sector. And especially in those areas that are in the periphery, in terms of rural areas and stuff like that. But we know now also that in the urban areas, in the big hospitals, they could be a hiding place for bogus doctors.
So what type of vetting processes are there, Dr. Mzukwa, if a young man like Lani can actually be posted by Gauteng Health and they call him a medical intern? How does that happen?
I think we all need to be very vigilant and not be overtaken by the hype of the social media in all our spheres. I do think that officials in the Department of Health should have consulted first with the HPCSA to verify the registration of that medical doctor, if it was a medical doctor. I think that's the first step. Whoever employs a person or interacts with the person who's supposed to be a medical doctor, the first step is to approach HPCSA and make a verification. But also, we know that it is the duty of the HPCSA as a regulatory body to be protecting communities by making sure that people that are out there are real doctors. I don't think that it was fair to allow, only the Department of Health to be dealing with this thing. When we have a regulatory body who should be going out, I know that they've got an inspectorate office that should be, up and about looking for bogus doctors. It can't be a HPCSA alone. It should be a societal issue, but it must be led by the HPCSA. I think we need HPCSA to come up with a plan, a collaborative plan, to clamp down on these bogus doctors, because it is their responsibility to be protecting communities.
So you mentioned that the practice number is very important, so one should ask your medical practitioner what their practice number is. According to what we've read here, as far as Lani is concerned, when people asked him what his practice number was, he said no, he doesn't have to share that information. Are medical practitioners obligated to share their practice numbers with prospective patients or whoever it is who may be asking?
Yeah, Tammy, that's very important. They must share their practice numbers, especially if that person is a client. I mean, if you, for example, I'm a private practitioner and people are coming to use my services, they must verify that I'm a registered practitioner by requesting an MP number, which is a registration number that you get from the HPCSA. But secondly, they must get a registration number that is, you get it from a BHF, which is the actual practice number. So there are two numbers, one for the HPCSA, but also the other for the BHF. So those are very important practice numbers that will help anyone, who want to verify if it's a registered practitioner or not, because both of them, either BHF wouldn't give you a practice number if you are not a registered practitioner with HPCSA. So there must be a verification. You can't hide behind the fact that it's not private. It must be known by the public that you have a practice number and you are registered by HPCSA. There's no two ways about it.
So what are the legal ramifications for actions such as this for Lani and others like him?
Well, this is a criminal activity. I don't think HPCSA has any jurisdiction in this area. But I do think that the law enforcement agencies, now that there's a criminal case, they need to deal with this. But we can't be dealing this, on a piecemeal approach. We do need to have a plan. HPCSA must have a plan lead that plan, collaborate with law enforcement agencies, collaborate with communities, go out there in full force. They are not short of resources. We are paying millions of rands to HPCSA to protect